Be me, 28, feminist, dating coach for women. Office walls lined with pastel affirmations and fake ivy. Coffee mug chipped at the lip. Clients stacked back to back today, all of them scrolling Hinge between sessions, frowning like the apps are broken. I tap my pen against the notepad. Raise your standards, queen. That's what I used to say. Money, height, abs, masculine energy. I built a whole practice on it. And for a while it felt righteous. A rebellion. But lately, something's off. They're all coming back saying the same thing. Where did all the men go? Late afternoon. Last client gone. Ring light still humming. My desk covered in printouts, screenshots, profiles, stats. Women's requirements in bold, men's average income in gray. A gap you can drive a truck through. I rub my eyes. Head heavy with contradictions. I tell myself it's just the economy, just dating apps, just burnout. But the numbers keep staring back at me. 5'11" minimum. 6 figures minimum. 6 months courtship minimum. Swipe left on anything less. I used to nod, call it empowerment. Now it just looks like a funnel choking at the neck. Evening session group coaching. 3 women in my studio, 1 on Zoom, all talking at once. I blocked him because he took me to a chain restaurant. I unmatched when he said he rents. I ghosted him because he didn't plan the second date within 24 hours. I scribble notes, pretend I'm collecting data, but my stomach knots tighter. Every man they describe is some version of normal. Teacher, IT guy. Normal incomes, normal looks. Nothing sinister. But the language they use. Ick. Low value. Waste of my time. Slices through me like second-hand smoke. Be me. Back home. 11 p.m. Apartment silent except for the fridge humming. Laptop open. Wine glass sweating onto the coaster. I'm scrolling Reddit, Twitter. Anywhere men are talking about dating. The threads blur together. Why bother? The risk isn't worth it. I'll focus on gym and work. No rage posts, no red pill memes. Just resignation. It's eerie. Like a whole generation of guys quietly leaving the building. Memory flash, last month's networking mixer. I'd worn a blazer with shoulder pads, sharp enough to cut glass. A man approached, asked what I did. I launched into my speech about coaching women to raise standards. He smiled politely, but his eyes didn't hold mine. Makes sense, he said. We're just not competing anymore. I laughed then, thought it was a joke. Now it sounds like a prophecy. Saturday night, club downtown. Research mode, or at least that's what I tell myself. I bring 2 of my clients to field test their new confidence. Bass thudding, perfume thick, bodies moving like currents. My clients preen, hair shining under strobe lights. We lean against the bar waiting for attention that doesn't come. 15 minutes. 30. 45. Guys in small groups at the far end, nursing drinks, watching soccer highlights on their phones. The few who pass glance at us like we're art behind glass, admired, but untouchable. One of my clients hisses in my ear. What's wrong with them? Don't they see us? I whisper back, automatic. They're intimidated. Give it time. But inside, the excuse rings hollow. Intimidation used to mean 1 or 2 guys hanging back. Not whole rooms. Not total radio silence. Bathroom break. Harsh light. Floor sticky. Mirror cracked at the edge. My clients checking lipstick, pouting at their phones. One mutters, men are so weak now. Another adds, if they can't afford dinner, they shouldn't date. I stare at my own reflection, foundation caking at the edges of my eyes. I want to believe them, but my gut says something colder. Weak isn't the right word. Cautious is. Absent is. Gone. Flashback, first year of coaching. I used to run high-value woman workshops in hotel conference rooms. Told women to test men, to cut off anyone who didn't measure up. Better single than settling. I'd say. They'd cheer, post selfies with my workbook. I felt like a revolutionary. But lately my inbox is full of panic. I'm 34, no prospects. Why don't men pursue anymore? Where did the good ones go? I write back careful, neutral replies. Inside, though, the answer burns. They didn't disappear. They adapted. They opted out. Sunday morning. Farmer's market. My brother meets me for coffee. He's 31, software engineer, good-looking in that normal guy way. I poke him about dating. He shrugs. Stopped bothering. I ask why. He stirs his coffee, eyes on the foam. Too expensive. Too risky. Too tired. Doesn't matter what you do, one-off vibe check and you're cancelled. He says it's soft, no bitterness, just fact. Then adds, guys talk. We're not stupid. That line sticks like a thorn in my palm. Back at my apartment, I pull out old client files. Read my own notes like crime scene evidence. Women rejecting men for renting, for not having passports, for texting with emojis. A whole culture of impossible checklists, and me at the center, teaching them to sharpen their blades. For the first time, it doesn't look like empowerment. It looks like sabotage. Night again. Laptop glow on my face. I'm on a men's forum under a fake name. Thread about dating coaches. One comment stands out. Women think we're disposable, but also want us to risk everything for a first date. No thanks. Gym. Friends. Games. Done. Replies stacked under it. Same. 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 Scrolling feels like staring into a new language. Not hatred, not even blame, just collective stepping back. Flash of memory, a client last year bragging she reported. A guy at work for asking her out. He lost his job. She giggled telling me. Bet he won't try that again. I'd laughed along, uneasy but silent. Now the unease feels like a debt. I start keeping a notebook. Title on the cover, Why Men Are Opting Out. Every day, I jot new evidence. Screenshots, overheard comments, clients' complaints, brothers' stories, my own nights out. Patterns start forming like constellations. Not a war, not a conspiracy, just millions of micro-calculations. Risk too high, reward too low, opt out. One night the notebook stares back at me like a mirror. I close it, shove it in a drawer. Pour wine. Tell myself I'm overthinking, but the next client confirms it again. And the next, and the next. A whole generation of women waiting for men who aren't coming. 2 weeks later I run another group coaching. Same beige walls, same ring light. But I'm different now. Instead of, raise your standards, I try a new script. Maybe broaden your view? Look for character, not income. Effort, not height. The women blink at me like I've spoken another language. One laughs. Why would we settle? Another crosses her arms. Men should step up. I don't argue. Just nod. But inside I'm thinking, they already stepped out. Friday night. I go to a lounge alone. No clipboard, no clients, just me. Soft jazz, low lights. I sit at the bar, order a whiskey neat. Man 2 stools over, nice shirt, good posture. We make eye contact. He smiles, polite, small. Then glances at my phone, at my notebook, at my ringless hand. I can almost see the calculation flicker across his face. Smile fades. He turns back to his drink. No approach, no risk. I sip my whiskey. The air between us thick with everything unsaid. Walking home under streetlights. Leaves skitter across the sidewalk. My heels click a hollow echo. For the first time in years, I feel it, not power, not invincibility, but a strange, sharp loneliness. Like standing on a stage after the audience has left. Later, lying in bed. Phone screen glowing, my own dating app open. Swiping. Profiles blur, good men, normal men, men who might once have tried. Now their bios read, not looking for anything serious. Just friends. Or nothing at all. Photos of gym progress, travel with buddies, hobbies. Lives built without us. Opt out, opt out, opt out. I think about calling Ethan, the shy guy from my college internship. The one I ghosted because he drove a Corolla. Wonder if he's married now, or if he too decided women like me weren't worth the trouble. Morning light through the blinds. Coffee bitter on my tongue. I open my notebook again, right at the top of a fresh page. What if empowerment became entitlement? What if caution became cruelty? What if we taught women to price themselves out of the market? The words look brutal on paper, but also honest. For the first time, I feel less like a coach and more like a witness. Like someone standing at the edge of a tide going out, trying to tell the others the water's already gone. Next week's session, I tell the women straight. Men aren't chasing anymore because the game isn't worth it to them. They stare, incredulous. One mutters, "You sound like them." Another asks, "So what do we do?" I take a breath. The question hangs like a live wire. I don't have a polished answer yet. All I can manage is the truth. Maybe, I say slowly, we meet them halfway. Maybe we start seeing them as people instead of prizes. Maybe we let them be enough. Silence. Then nervous laughter. But I see something flicker behind their eyes. Not acceptance yet, but recognition. Like the first crack in a long winter. Be me, feminist, dating coach. Office still lined with pastel affirmations, but now a new one taped above my desk. Sharp black letters on plain white paper. Connection over criteria. I don't know if it will work. I don't know if the men will come back. But at least I'm done pretending they left for no reason.